And with that, we are ready for basketball here tonight at the Mack Center. The Golden Flashes and the Seminoles getting ready to tip things off. It's the season opener for the Golden Flashes. It's game number 2 for Florida State. They are coached by Brooke Wyckoff there on your screen. It's in her first full season as head coach, 12th year on the FSU staff, former player at Florida State. They're off to a 1-0 start with a win against Bethune-Cookman on Monday, 113-50. And there's Todd Starkey in his 7th year at Kent State, a record of 101-77 with the Golden Flashes, a WNIT appearance 1 year ago. Opening tip to be thrown up by Frank Steratore. It is tapped around, and Kent State finally does come up with it. Katie Shoemate, and she will attack the rim. She gets fouled, sinks the shot, and the Flashes are off to a 2-0 lead.
What a start for Kent State. The tip gets batted around there, finds its way to Katie Shoemate, and the aggressive player that she is goes inside, absorbs the contact, and she's got a chance to put Kent State up 3-0 early on a fantastic conversion of the three-point play that goes in. The free throw does go in. So Kent State off to a 3-0 start.
Shoemate a 12-point average a year ago. She has 3 early points. The foul went against Michaela Timpson, and now forcing up the shot to Nia Latson, and she gets fouled and will go to the line for 2 shots. Claire Kelly picks up the foul. Just underway here at the Mack Center. 9:41 to go. It's the second meeting all time between Kent State and Florida State. The only other meeting took place back in 1981. Latson out of Miami, Florida. Knocks down the first of her 2 shots. She is a freshman. 1 out of 2. Offensive rebound, and the putback is there for the Seminoles. That was Michaela Timpson who got the bucket, and we are tied at 3-3. Kent State setting up the offense. Hannah Young at the top of the key. Santoro thought about the step back. Plenty of time left on the shot clock. Kelly will pull it and miss it. Got her own board.
Good job there following your shot by Claire Kelly to give Kent State another chance offensively.
And Young under the bucket finds an open Santoro. No. Young the rebound. The putback not there. And Timpson, the sophomore, out of Edison, Georgia, down with the rebound. Here comes Latson. First quarter action just getting warmed up here. The headliner event of this doubleheader, Kent State and Florida State. Long shot on the right by Bajetti. Rebound loose and still up for grabs. And the jump ball will give it back to Florida State.
Both teams playing with great energy early in this one. It feels like a big game. It has that big game feel. And both of these teams being aggressive, diving for loose balls, and we're only 2 minutes in.
Our officials tonight, Frank Steratore, Josh Howell, and Megan Joseph. They're getting everything squared away down there. Get a chance here, Jack. We'll take a look at keys to the game. First sub comes in for Kent State. That is Tatiana Thomas and Corinne Hauser.
Taking a look at my keys to the game, Florida State, they want to play fast. First-year head coach Brooke Wyckoff believes that this team has the personnel to play fast and shoot with little time off the shot clock, much like they did there with Tania Latson. They also need to spread the wealth. They had 5 different players in double figures in their opening win. Kent State takes smart threes, very efficient three-point shooting team, and they need to limit Tania Latson, who had 28 points in Florida State's opener.
Shoemate for 3, too strong. And the rebound picked up by Santoro. Kent State with the ball, knocked away from behind. That was Aaron Howard who knocked it away from Santoro. So Corinne Hauser in the game. Thomas has not yet entered the game for Kent State. Hauser number 3 in white. She's a freshman out of Rochester, PA. Baseline inbound for the Golden Flashes, stolen away. Almost. That was O'Brien who knocked the pass down, and then I think it went out of bounds as we look at the starting 5. that was on the court for Kent State. Very heavy laden with upperclassmen and experience, including Lindsey Thal, number 44. 7 to shoot. This is Hauser. Her college debut, driving layup, good. Got knocked down, drew the foul, and a chance for a three-point play for the second time tonight for Kent State. They got Taylor O'Brien on the personal.
Watch this move by Corinne Hauser. Little inside out, gets past the defender. Great job absorbing the contact, and she finishes. And like you mentioned, Dave, the second chance for Kent State to get their second three-point play. And Corinne Hauser, she was a very effective player in high school, 25 points per game, and a two-time All-State player at Rochester High School. Todd Starkey is excited about her future at Kent State.
Driving O'Brien and gets called on a travel. So we're tied at 5-5 early, 7:45 to go in the first quarter. The foul went against Michaela Timpson, and so she's out. Valencia Myers is in off the bench. Myers, the 6'3" grad student that we talked about in the open. Hand check foul out front. And I believe they got Sarah Bajetti on the foul. Now, Jack, one thing that jumps off the page, the Seminoles have somewhat of a depleted roster, only 10 active players on the roster and 9 available tonight. And so foul trouble could spell a lot of problems for Florida State. Hauser got fouled, and there's another foul against O'Brien, so 2 of the starters for the Seminoles now with 2 fouls each.
And like you mentioned, Dave, that's going to be a big thing to watch. Great move by Hauser once again. Just the strength to get that shot up despite the contact, as Bridget Dunn and Abby Ogle are going to check in for Kent State. But Florida State doesn't have the depth that Kent State does. They only have 10 players, 2 of their starters, like you said, with 2 personal fouls. It's going to be something to keep an eye on. And I'll mention this, Florida State's MO, like I said, is to play fast. They believe in a free-flowing offense, kind of like the old Phoenix Suns 7 seconds or less offense. They want to get a shot up quickly, even if there's less than 10 seconds off the shot clock. But that might hurt them tonight with such limited personnel.
Kent State takes a 6-5 lead. First point for Hauser. Here's a long 3, in and out for Howard. Myers the offensive rebound. Brianna Turnage is in for Florida State, and there is a long 3 by Latson. She has 5 points early on for Florida State. It's 8-6. Thal trying to get by Myers. Hauser. Entry pass to Thal down low. Mismatch there, and she banks it up and in.
Mismatch was the right word to use there. Great job by Hauser finding Lindsey Thal in the post, and she uses the size advantage to her advantage.
Charging foul on a little push-off. That is Sarah Bajetti. That's number 2 on her.
Get a look here at this. Bajetti goes inside. Hannah Young, good job. Looked like she might have been in the restricted area there, but nonetheless, great job stepping up, taking the charge there, and Kent State doing an awesome job on both ends of the floor.
Bridget Dunn misses the driving layup. Here comes Latson, and trying to weave through traffic. Ball was knocked out of bounds by Kent State. We're all tied at 8 here. 3 points apiece for Hauser and Shoemate on the Kent State side. 5 for Latson for Florida State. They'll lob it to Myers. Pachetti with it. 3 players with 2 early fouls. Long 3. No, and Thal comes down with it. Here comes Hauser. Hauser sliding over to play the point with Santoro on the bench. Hauser picked up by Bajetti. 12 to shoot. First quarter action. 4 minutes gone by. Thal will fire up a 3, long range. Rebound to Howard. It's on the floor, and they force a jump ball. Hannah Young, the hustle play there, Jack.
Good hustle play there by Hannah Young, and this time it stays with Kent State. You're going to get a look here as Florida State comes down with the rebound, but Bridget Dunn and Hannah Young both with the awareness to force the jump ball, get Kent State an extra possession.
Abby Ogle will throw it in. Dunn, the sophomore, out of Carmel, Indiana. And a pass breakup by Tanaya Latson. Kent State will keep it with 17 to shoot. Florida State in the man-to-man. Hannah Young to Hauser. Thought about pulling up. Instead, an extra pass out to Thal. And she will drive on Myers. Reverse layup won't go. Snoop Turnage down with the rebound. Here comes O'Brien. 3 ball from that spot, top of the key. They can't get it to fall. Kent State a chance to take the lead. 5:24 to go, first quarter. Bridget Dunn, an excellent three-point shooter in her freshman season. There's Hannah Young with the 3.
Hannah Young, very efficient three-point shooter, like we mentioned in the open. 50% from 3 last season. She knocks down a big one, and Kent State retakes a 3-point lead.
In fact, Jack, she ranks 2nd all-time in career three-point percentage at Kent State. Timeout at the next whistle. Long 3 by O'Brien, no. Thal controls for the Flashes. Kent State up by 3 on the visiting Seminoles. Florida State will be at home on Sunday against Georgia State. Here's a bump by Erin Howard. That'll be her first foul. And the Seminoles continue to absorb some foul trouble. We have a break in the action. Timeout on the floor with your score. Kent State 11, Florida State 8. More to come after this. 11-8 Kent State. First quarter action here. The women's season and home opener. Hosting the Florida State Seminoles. There is Brooke Wyckoff, a native of Westchester, Ohio, but has really made her home in college basketball at Florida State as a player, an assistant coach, and now the head coach. She ran the program back in 2021 on an interim basis. It's the first shot by Hauser, misses. 2 shots from here on out in the quarter as Florida State is over the limit. And Hauser makes the second. She has 4 points in her college debut. 12-8. Mariana Valenzuela is in the game for Florida State. Right now this is O'Brien with it. Latson has 6 early points. Fires a shot up in traffic. Valencia Myers came up with the rebound, but then they call her on throwing a shoulder, knocking over the Flashes. We'll see it again right here, Jack.
A little bit too much aggressiveness there from Valencia Myers. Great job by Claire Kelly to, stand her ground down there and draw the offensive foul. And that's just another foul for Florida State. It's gonna be something to watch because of how undermanned they are in terms of their personnel on their team.
Back in the game right now is Casey Santoro. Hauser stays on. Nice no-look pass looking for Dunn, and it goes off the mark. It'll stay 12-8, and Florida State gets it back on the turnover. Todd Starkey not too happy about that empty possession. Over 100 wins in his first 6 seasons. Interesting anomaly last year, Jack, where Kent State did not make the MAC tournament and still invited to the WNIT. And boy, that was a timely shot by Valenzuela. But they did win a game in the WNIT.
Against Youngstown State, and then they did lose to Toledo. But, I remember covering that game against Youngstown State, and Coach Todd Starkey told me postseason basketball is now the expectation for Kent State women's basketball. So these type of games get them to that postseason play that they want to get to. This game is a game that Todd Starkey thinks his team should win because he thinks that's where the program is at. So it's a big-time game for both these teams, but especially for the Golden Flashes.
Flashes did not get the shot off in time. Bridget Dunn did not get a clean handle on that shovel pass. And again, Florida State gets it back, down by 1. Kent State at 12-11 right now. Brooke Wyckoff taking over the program from her college coach and mentor, Sue Simrau. That one's up and good. Latson, I would imagine the Flashes right there were saying that was just too easy. 8 points for Tania Latson.
Kent State needs to slow it down right now, getting a little bit sloppy on the offensive end.
That one goes in for Katie Shoemate. Kent State back on top, 14-13. Shoemate with 5 points here in the first quarter.
Good job there by Katie Shoemate. She's got an innate ability to create her own shot no matter where she is on the floor. She does it right there and gets her second bucket of the game.
Off the dribble. Latson could not get that one to go. Thal almost threw it away. Santoro grabs it right along the sideline to save the possession. O'Brien guarding Santoro right now. They switch it over and Latson on her. Now it's Thal against O'Brien, another size mismatch, and Thal exploits it. She has 4 points.
Lindsay Thal is so good when she gets the ball in the post going to her left. She does it for the second time, and she gets her second bucket. Lindsay Thal, we know she's known for her three-point shooting ability, the most threes in Kent State history, but so far today, she's been beating the Seminoles in the post.
Flashes turn it over. Thal now with 4 points and 4 rebounds. 1:45 to go. Seminoles coming off that 113-point effort against Bethune-Cookman in their season opener, and they also had 2 exhibition games, Jack, where they surpassed 100 points. Offensive rebound pays off for Mariana Valenzuela, and she has 5 points off the bench.
This Florida State team can score, like you just said, Dave. They average 115.7 points. What a move by Katie Shoemate there, spinning and winning, and she puts it in. She's up to 7 points on the night.
18-15 Flashes. Looking for a defensive stop after the dazzling offensive bucket by Shoemate. Long three, and Hauser comes down with the rebound. A little give and go, and it's tipped away and stolen away by Aaron Howard. Driving through traffic and banking it home, Taylor O'Brien, who had 35 points in their WNIT victory against Fordham earlier in her career. So she's capable of filling up the bucket. 18-17 now. Kent State by 1. Hauser flips it up there, but it won't go down. 1 point lead for Kent State. O'Brien, in fact, out of Bucknell and had that 35-point effort in the WNIT last year prior to transferring to FSU. Tight ball game, first quarter coming to an end, 10 seconds to go. Latson the step back. Rims out, and that's it for the first quarter. Kent State and Florida State, they are off and running tonight at the Mack Center in the KSU season opener. Flashes by 1 with second quarter play-by-play just ahead.